सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Naishkarmya Siddhi, third chapter, page 120, 60th shloka, introduction, first line. Evam tavat avidyothasya antahkaranasya बाह्य विषय निमित्त रूपावच्छेदाय अहं वृत्तिर्व्याप्रियते. We are seeing the main discussion here, that is Anvaya Vyatireka as a stepping stone, Mahavakya as a final sadhana. Anvaya Vyatireka Prakriya as a stepping stone. Finally, we come to Mahavakya as our ultimate sadhana. Sadhana in the sense understanding the Mahavakya properly. We are discussing the 4 points from the last 2 classes, which are very, very important. Those points are Sakshi as Sakshi, revealing the mind. The witness consciousness, Sakshi, revealing the mind as Sakshi. Sakshi as Chidabhasa, revealing the world. Sakshi as Chidabhasa, revealing the world. This is the first point. And the second point we saw was Sakshi is the Ajnanam, reveal the mind. Ajnana medium. Sakshi in the Ajnana medium reveal the mind. How Sakshi reveal the mind? In the Ajnana medium, Mula Vidya, in that Mula Vidya medium, Sakshi reveals the mind. This is the second point. Every point there are 2 statements. In the first point also, Sakshi as Sakshi revealing the mind. Sakshi as Chidabhasa revealing the earth, or revealing the world, we can take. Second statement, Sakshi in the Ajnana medium. Ignorance is the medium to reveal the mind. Ignorance is the medium in Upadhi for the Sakshi to reveal the mind, and Sakshi reveal the world in the mind medium. Sakshi revealed the mind in the Ajnana medium. Sakshi revealing the world in the mind medium. This is the second statement. Then third statement, third point is Sakshi as Sakshi revealing the mind without undergoing any change. Sakshi as Sakshi revealing the mind without undergoing any change. Sakshi as Chidabhasa revealing the um, world by undergoing the change. Sakshi as Chidabhasa, revealing the world by undergoing a change, modification. But as Sakshi, revealing the mind, there is no change, there is no vikara. But Sakshi as Chidabhasa, revealing the world by undergoing a change. This is the third point. Then fourth point is Sakshi and mind does not influence each other. These are all our crux of Vedanta. Even though it is a side discussion, it is very, very important. Sakshi and mind both are not influencing each other. Mind is not influencing Sakshi, Sakshi is not influencing the mind, either positively or negatively. No influence on each other, either positive way or negative way. But whereas Sakshi as Chidabhasa influencing the world either negatively or positively. Negatively or positively. Sakshi as Chidabhasa influencing the, revealing the world by influencing in the either positively or negatively. That is called Sakshi as Chidabhasa influencing the world. That is Ahankara. Also you can say Chidabhasa or Ahankara is influencing the world by positively or negatively. Now the last and final point we saw, mind awareness is called Idam Jnanam. World awareness is called Mama Jnana. That is pointed out here. If I give example, you can understand. What is that example we saw? Moonlight illumining the earth on the Amavasya day. Moonlight illumining the earth. I said moonlight is a wrong usage, really speaking, strictly speaking. Moon light illumining the earth. It is a wrong usage. If you inquire into that, moonlight, because moon doesn't have light at all. Moon is illumining the earth, or moonlight is illumining the earth, doesn't have any sense. Then who is illumining the earth on Amavasya day? Sunlight alone illumining the earth, taking a moon as a medium. Sunlight through the moon medium illumining the earth. Moonlight directly illumining the earth means moonlight is not moonlight really, it is sunlight. Once that sun associate with the moon medium, sun gets the name, status, moonlight status. That light is belong to the sun only. Since sun is, Surya is through the moon medium giving light means moon is the medium. Moon is serving as a medium. Serving as a medium. This is the example. If you understand Darshtanta, you can understand very easily. So the moonlight is not a moonlight, it is sunlight. But sunlight gets the name temporarily as moonlight, and sunlight alone is illumining the earth, really speaking. Since sun is using the moon medium, you cannot say sun is illumining, the sunlight is illumining the earth, you cannot say. Since moon is involved in that as a medium, upadhi, moonlight is illumining the sun, earth, you can say. Or you can say sunlight alone illumining the earth by taking the form of moonlight. All are correct only. Moonlight is not a moonlight, it is sunlight. Like that, here also, Chit, when the mind, moon-like mind, I told you, moon-like mind, medium, when that consciousness, sun-like consciousness is giving us Chidabhasa, reflected consciousness. Chit Abhasa in the mind medium. Mind is revealing the world when we say, really speaking, Chit Chaitanyam alone revealing the world through the mind medium by becoming Chidabhasa. Sakshi Chaitanyam alone, by becoming Chidabhasa in the mind medium, revealing the world. Mind cannot reveal the world. Mind, in that ahankara, that the Chidabhasa is formed. By assuming the ahankara or Chidabhasa status in the mind, Chit alone, consciousness alone, or Chaitanyam alone, or Sakshi Chaitanyam alone, illumining the world. This is the topic here we are seeing. Evam tavat. Therefore, Anatma is of two types. Atma, Anatma, Viveka first. Then in that Anatma is also of two different ways we can say. One Anatma is world. World is also Anatma, Jadam. Second Anatma is mind. Mind is also Anatma. Why we are telling both are Anatmas? Because both are having Drishyatvam, both are having Bhautikatvam, both are having Sagunatvam, both are having Savikaratvam, both are having Agamapayitvam, both are having Bhautikatvam, Drishyatvam, Bhautikatvam, Agamapayitvam, Sagunatvam, Savikaritvam. Both are common in mind and world. Both are Anatma only. Then what is the difference? The difference only given here, evam tavat. The difference is Sakshi revealing the mind and the world. And this idea presented in two different ways. Method of presentation, that's all. Sakshi illumine the mind, mind illumine the world. Sakshi illumine the mind, mind illumine the world. Then we say Sakshi becomes ahankara, and by becoming ahankara, Sakshi alone revealing the world or illumining the mind. By becoming ahankara, Sakshi alone, illumining the mind, Sakshi becomes ahankara. After illumining the mind, Sakshi becomes ahankara after illumining the mind. That Sakshi got that status. Sakshi illumines the world by joining with the mind. Like that also we can say. Sakshi illumines the world by joining the mind, by getting what status? Chidabhasa status. After joining with the mind only, Chidabhasa is formed. Joining means don't take literally. In its presence, the Chidabhasa is formed. Your face is in front of the mirror. Your face is joining with the mirror? No. Just reflected face, it arises. When it mind joins with the mirror, sorry, face joins with the mirror means that reflected face appears. Like that, when Sakshi joins with the mind, then Sakshi gets the status, Chidabhasa status. Through that Chidabhasa status, Sakshi illumines the world. That is the idea. The status of Ahankara, after getting that, it illumines the world. So what? Evam tavat, this is so. Aham vrittihi. Aham vritti means the thought of the mind. Once the Sakshi illumines the mind, Ahankara or Chidabhasa is formed. Once the Chidabhasa is formed, then the mind has got the capacity to give birth to the thought of the mind. That is avidyothasya antakaranasya aham vrittihi vyapriyate. So that to get associated with bahya vishaya vrittihi, so outer, the mental thought goes outwards. That thought is called pramana vritti. It serves like an instrument, pramana vritti. It functions to get the associated with external. Bahya means external. External vishaya. Bahya vishaya. External objects. So the thought arises in the mind when Sakshi associate with the mind. Then that thought, mind starts functioning, the thought slowly like a beam of light goes and vyapriyate. Nimitta rupavachedaya aham vritti vyapriyate. Aham vrittir vyapriyate. So vishaya akara vrittihi sambandhaya manaha vyapriyate. Vishayakara vritti. Until that thought goes, reach to that object, it is only a pramana vritti. Until the thought goes and pervades that object, envelops that object, it is only a thought. It is only a pramana vritti. Serves like an instrument. Once the thought associate with the object, pot thought, it becomes a pot thought, pot akara, vishaya akara, ghata vishaya akara vritti it becomes. That is what here it is said, vishayakara vritti sambandhaya manaha vyapriyate. Mind pervades. How mind it is not traveling, thought is traveling. Mind is in the body only. Mind does not go out. Mind goes out means what? Mind goes out in the form of thought. Mind goes out in the form of thought. Suppose I show this flower, you are seeing this flower, your mind is not coming here. Your thought is coming, and that thought gets, the thought is called pramana vritti. Once the thought pervades this flower object, pushpa akara vritti, bahya pushpa akara vritti, vishaya, pushpa is the vishaya, bahya pushpa vishaya akara vritti, it becomes, that is vyapriyate, according to Vedantic epistemology. Epistemology, that is Vedantic theory of knowledge. Vedantic epistemology means Vedantic theory of knowledge. What is the theory of knowledge in Vedanta? Mind remains in the same place, but thought travels, pervades the object, and it gets that akara. Vritti gets the akara of that object, Vishaya akara. Whatever Vishaya, if it is a pot, pot Vishaya akara. If it is a flower, flower Vishaya akara. If it is a house, house Vishaya akara. Like that object form, shape it gets. That pramana vritti doesn't have any form. As a pramana vritti, thought doesn't have any form, but it gets a form when it is associated with that vishaya. So, once it reaches that vishaya, it gets pramana vritti gets the name akara of that vritti, akara of that vishaya. So, pramana vritti becomes vishayakara vritti. Pramana vritti becomes Vishayakara vritti. Similarly, Aham vritti is called Pramana vritti. Aham vritti is called Pramana vritti in the mind and the body. Of course, mind is there in the body. Subtle body is mind. Where is this subtle body? It is in the mind. Sorry, it is in the physical body. Physical body means gross body. So this gross body is giving the place to the subtle body, that is mind. So therefore that mind gets that association of that Sakshi Chaitanyam. That Sakshi Chaitanyam formed as Chidabhasa. Through that Chidabhasa also goes along with the thought, because mind is Jadam, thought is Jadam. Once in the Jadam Manas, Jada, inert thought, gets the association of Chidabhasa, who is none other than Chit alone. Chit alone got the name Chidabhasa when it is associated with the mind. Then that thought becomes, it is enlivened, it travels. It travels and pervades the object. This mechanism happening in a fraction of seconds every day in our life. So, Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthitamaha, that sloka you can remember, Dakshinamurti Stotram. So, inert thought, inert object cannot contact. Inert thought, inert object contact happens because of Chidabhasa. That is why Chit, with the help of that mind medium, having formed a Chidabhasa, Chit gets the status of Chidabhasa and it illumines the world. So therefore, the mind is born out of Mula Vidya. Avidya Avidyothasya, that is the word. Avidya means Mula Vidya. And Mula Vidya Uthasya. What is another name for Mula Vidya? Visa Karana Shariram or Maya. That Mula Vidya, we will know the mind as matter, and when that Mula Vidya is used as a medium to illumine the mind. Ajnanam is the medium to illumine the mind. Mind is the medium to illumine the world. Therefore, Mula Vidya is Jadam. Why here we are using Mula Vidya? because mind is matter. Moola Vidya, Maya or Karana Shariram is also matter. Matter is Jadam. Both are Jadam. So to say that going out is not possible for a Jada Vastu. Jada Vastu, Maya or mind cannot go out. Thought also cannot go out. Of course, thought is also matter. So all of them are matter. How they can travel? Our hero, Sakshi Chaitanyam, we want to give that greatness, glorify the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Sakshi has to come along with all this mind, thought, with all this Sakshi Chaitanyam has to come, get a cognitive process. How Sakshi comes? As Chidabhasa it comes. As Chidabhasa it comes, making use of the mind medium, then thought arises, that thought goes out and you get that idam jnanam. This knowledge, that cognitive process takes place. Then bahya avachinna sat. So once the thought get associated with the object, bahya avachinna means associated with, visishta associated with the outside objects. Let's assume the form of that object. Vishayakara vritti is the form. Taya, that taya means Vishayakara vritya. Taya. Rupa avachedaya. Bahya Vishaya nimitta Rupa avachedaya aham vritti vyapriyate. Up to here we saw in the last class. Then continuation. Taya avachinnam sat kutastha pratyagatma padana avabodha rupasya. Sorry. Pratyagatma upadana avabodha rupas upadana avabodha rupasya avyavadhanataya Vishayabhavam pratipadyata iti. Vishayabhavam pratipadyata means Vishayakara vritti it has got. That Karana Pramana vritti has got the status of Vishayakara vritti. So Vishayabhavam pratipadyate. So Vishayabhavam pratipadyate means Vishayakarataya, Vishayakara vritya. Avachinnam tat manaha. That mind which has sent the thought outside, that mind Vishayabhavam pratipadyate means that mind with ghatavritti, patavritti revealing. Ghatavritti, patavritti. So the consciousness of the Sakshi revealing this, I am conscious of the pot, I know the pot, I know the flower, I know the cloth. That knowledge takes place. So that avabodha means knowledge. So mind becomes the object of the Sakshi later. So Vishaya Bhavam Pratipadyate means mind also becomes the object of Sakshi. Mind becomes the object of Sakshi, and flower or pot becomes the object of that mind through the Chidabhasa. Really speaking, mind cannot be the revealer or illuminator. Really speaking, just as moonlight. Moonlight cannot illumine the earth. Sunlight alone illumining. Like that, here also Chit alone in the form of Chidabhasa through the mind illumining the pot. illumining the house, illumining the person, revealing the person, giving that knowledge of that object. Just remember all the way that sunlight and moonlight, then you can not miss it. Avabodha means chaitanyam. What is the, so whose source is Kutastha Pratyagatman? That comes later. Kutasthaya avachinnam sat Kutastha Pratyagatma Upadana. Upadana means source. Upadana, whose source is Kutastha Pratyagatma. Avyavadhanataya means sakshat, directly. Vishayabhavam pratipadyate. Avyavadhanataya, sakshat, directly. Avabodha chaitanyam, whose source is Kutastha Pratyagatma. We struggle to separate the moonlight and sunlight. You cannot separate the moonlight and sunlight. Moonlight is none other than sunlight. I want to separate the mind, ahankara, chidabhasa, doesn't happen. That is here also, the chit is chidabhasa. Chidabhasa is chit. There are no two things. Chit is chidabhasa, chidabhasa is chit. Like moonlight experience is sunlight experience. Moonlight experience is whose experience? Sunlight experience only. That's why chidabhasa experience is chit experience only. Chit experience is chidabhasa experience. Both are not different. Ahankara is sakshi in the mind. Ahankara is sakshi alone. That's why aham word is used there. Sakshi is aham. Ahankara, once you add kara also, another name for sakshi. Ahamkara. When it is mana avachinnam, when it is associated with the mind. That is the meaning. Taya avachinnam sat kutastha pratyagatma upadana. You take that kutastha pratyagatma as an upadanam, avabodhasya, avabodharupasya, avyavadhanataya. You cannot separate them. There is no distance between them. Directly, avyavadhanataya, vishayabhavam pratipadyata iti. It gets that vishayabhavam. Vishayabhavam means that akara, that object knowledge. Vishayakara. Immediately it gets that object formed. Vishayakaram bhavati. So Chidabhasa is Sakshi Chaitanyam alone. That is the idea presented here. So now what? Next. Tatra tayor jnatraham aham tarupayoho avabhasakavabhasyatva sambandha vyatirekena nanyat sambandhantaram upapadyate. Tatra, when this process is going on, what process? Sakshi Chaitanyam gets associated with the mind medium, and Ajnanam is the medium to illumine the mind. With that Mula Vidya, when it illumines the mind gets that function of generating the thought. That thought goes out. That thought gets the form of that object outside. When this process is going on, tatra tayoho means gnatru aham tayoho. Both of them are having a relation. What relation? Avabhasya, avabhasaka relation. Sakshi Chaitanyam has also Sakshi Chaitanya alone, which is in the mind substance. Mind substance means when it is associated with tayoho. There are three types of sambandha. One is guna guni sambandha, another is avabhasya avabhasaka sambandha, another one is prakasha upakarya upakaraka sambandha. Here avabhasya avabhasaka sambandha is explained. What is that avabhasya avabhasaka? Mind is like avabhasyam. It is revealed by the Sakshi. Sakshi is avabhasakam, revealer. Revealer, revealed relation. Avabhasya, avabhasaka. Guna guni sambandha is different. Cloth is guni, orange color is guna. Guna guni sambandha. Attribute and substance. Cloth is the substance. Cloth color is attribute. Orange color is attribute. So guna. Cloth and orange color, what is the relation? The relation is guna guni sambandha. Subject, substance and attribute relation. Substance and attribute relation is called guna guni sambandha. Here sunlight and moonlight doesn't have such a relation. It's not guna guni sambandha, but illuminator and illumined sambandha. Sun is the illuminator of the moon, then moon is the illuminator of the earth. Like that, that is not guna guni sambandha. It is not an attribute. Moonlight is not the attribute of the sunlight. Moonlight is sunlight. So moon is revealed because of sunlight. Sunlight alone. So consciousness is like sunlight. Okay. Mind is like a cloth. So it is illumining. Avabhasya avabhasakam. Sunlight illumines the cloth. Sunlight illumines the cloth. Similarly, consciousness illumines the mind. Avabhasya avabhasaka sambandha. That is, so I am aware of the mind. I am aware of the mind means I illumine the mind. I am the subject, mind is the object. My mind is always illumined. I am the illuminator. I means Sakshi Chaitanyam. So I am the Sakshi Chaitanyam, not a guna of the mind. Not a guna, but I am a substance, subject. Substance. I am the subject, mind is the object. There is no substance attribute relation between them. But according to science, they say consciousness is like an attribute of the brain, they say. The phenomenon happens. I, the Sakshi Chaitanyam, consciousness, am not the attribute of the mind. I am the subject. Mind is, brain is that object. Therefore, Chidabhasa in the name of is the name of the Sakshi. Don't think how to take out Chit from Chidabhasa. You cannot take out. So my name is Chidabhasa. My name is Chidabhasa in the mind. When I am associated with the mind, I get the name. I, the Chit, gets the name Chidabhasa. That is the idea presented here. Look into the portion again. Tatra tayoho. Tayoho tayor jnatra ahamta. Jnatra ahamta means these are all little difficult words, I'll try to explain. Gnatr ahamta, the Chaitanyam, Sakshi Chaitanyam, and ahamta, Sakshi Chaitanyam and ahankara. Sakshi Chaitanyam and ahankara both are Gnatr, Tayor Gnatrahantarupa Rupayoho. Gnatrahantarupayoho. I got it in 1 minute. That sloka I missed again. Gnatrahantarupayoho. Sakshi, Gnatru means here Sakshi. Sakshi, Ahamta Rupa means the mind with Vishaya Vritti. Ahanta Rupayoho. Gnatra Ahanta Rupayoho. Avabhasaka Avabhasya Sambandhana. Illuminator and illumined Sambandha. So Sakshi Chaitanyam Gnatuhu here, that awareness, Gnat, Sakshi Chaitanyam, and mind has got what relation? Illuminator, illumined relation. Sambandha Vyatirekena, other than this Sambandha, na anyat sambandhantaram, there is no any other relation, upapadyate. There is no any other relation other than this relation. Then what do you mean by other relation? But with the mind and the world, there are two types of relation. That is said next sentence. Nanyat sambandhantaram upapadyate, between mind and Sakshi Chaitanyam, only avabhasya avabhasaka sambandha. Revealed revealer sambandha. But when that Sakshi Chaitanyam gets the status of ahankara, chidabhasa, that Sakshi Chaitanyam through the mind, when it is revealing the world, illumining the world, it has got two statuses. What are those statuses? It is said in the next sentence. Ahantarupantu atma satkrutva aham kanchukam paridhaya upakaryatva apakaryatva kshamassan bahya vishayena upakarina apakarina va atmatmiyam sambandham pratipadyate tadabhidhiyate. Aham kanchukam paridhaya. That means wearing the cloth like kanchukam means coat. Doctor wearing the coat, apron. Like that, here also Sakshi Chaitanyam, when it gets associated with the mind, it gets that kanchukam. Kanchukam paridhaya means wearing the cloth or apron like cloth. With this ahankara status, wearing the chidabhasa status, Sakshi cannot experience the world without wearing the chidabhasa coat. Wearing the chidabhasa coat only, Sakshi contact the world. Without chidabhasa, Sakshi cannot contact. Therefore, aham kanchukam paridhaya, wearing the cloth like, without wearing that, it contacts the world. How at that time, beneficiary upakarya upakaraka sambandha. This is another sambandha. With Sakshi and mind, there is only illuminator, illumined sambandha. Avabhasya avabhasaka sambandha. But when Sakshi associate with the mind, and gets the status of ahankara or chidabhasa when it illumines the world. Upakarya upakaraka sambandha, beneficiary benefactor sambandha, you know, either positively or negatively. Upakarya apakaraka also, because of raga dvesha, that benefactor or benefactor. Upakaryatvam means benefactory, apakaryatvam means problem in artha. So upakarya upakaraka, sakshi neither beneficiary nor benefactor by itself. As Sakshi illumining the mind, Sakshi is neither benefactor or beneficiary. But when Sakshi joins with the mind, gets the status of Chidabhasa and illumines the world, body-mind complex, then it gets associated with that Nama Rupa. At that time there is beneficiary-benefactory sambandha as it were. As it were. But Sakshi never have directly this upakarya apakaraka sambandha. Upakarya upakaraka sambandha is not there with mind and Sakshi. But once that ahankara is formed, then it is associated with the world, contacting with the world. There are some benefits, there are some disadvantages, all will happen. Sakshi is having that Sakshi as though enjoying all the objects through ahankara. Ahankara by itself is jadam. Chidabhasa itself is jadam. That's why Sakshi is going along with in the form of Chidabhasa. This much detail we have never seen. This topic is always very interesting. This much detail we have never seen. But we know that Chidabhasa is formed, that along with Chidabhasa thought along with that Chidabhasa also goes, reflected consciousness moves. Where is reflected consciousness without consciousness? That is why reflected consciousness alone enlivening the mind, thought and objects, and you are getting their objects are beneficiary to you and they are harming you, or people are useful to you, not useful to you. All these are happening with the ahankara field, not original Sakshi level, only with the ahankara or chidabhasa alone, doing all these things with the vyavahara with the world. Therefore, there atma atmiya sambandha, mine, I am and mine. Atma atmiya means atma means aham, and atmiya means mama. Mama sam atmiya, atma atmiya. Atmiya word is mama. It is mine. It belongs to me. When this chit becomes a chidabhasa, that chidabhasa goes along with the thought and pervade that object, my house, my car, my son, my daughter, that will arise. Some are favorable, some are unfavorable, some are pleasant, some are unpleasant. Where they are happening, really speaking, that is called upakarya upakaraka sambandha. Apakaraka also, that is said in this line, upakaryata apakaryatva kshamaha san bahya vishayena. So when Sakshi Chaitanyam getting the status of Chidabhasa and goes along with their mama bhavana comes, mama vritti, aham vritti, idam vritti. Aham vritti gives idam jnanam. This house, this pen, this book, no problem. Okay, this pen, this book, this jnana, idam jnana. The mama, when it comes, my house, my son, my car, my book, samsara begins. So that two jnanams are given in the shloka. Atma atmiya sambandham pratipadyate tad abhidhiyate. That is going to be said in the next shloka. This idea only is given in this shloka. Aham mama sambandha is developed, even though it is a maya sambandha. It is a mithya sambandha or maya sambandha. I take a few minutes extra, 5 minutes. Avabhasya avabhasaka avabhasaka sambandha between sakshi and mind. One relation only. There is no another relation. Point 1. Then second point, now it is in this portion, it says between ahankara and the world, there are two types of relations said here. So there is no another relation. Tatra trayoho sambandhantara vyatirekana na anyat sambandham. That means avabhasya avabhasaka sambandham. Only one illuminator illumined sambandha between sakshi and mind. But whereas between ahankara and the world, how many relations are there? Two relations are there. Upakarya, upakaraka sambandha. Upakarya, upakaraka. Apakarya, apakaraka also. Okay. Sometimes some of them are favorable, upakarakam. Some of them are not favorable. Okay. Between ahankara and the world, this is one type of relation. There also avabhasya avabhasaka sambandha is there. Mind revealing the world. Mind revealing the world and avabhasya avabhasaka sambandha, that is. Mind, that is called ahankara, and the world has got upakarya upakaraka sambandha. These are the two relations. That alone I want to present in this shloka. Now I'll read the shloka. Highly technical, but just you contemplate whatever you can understand, receive that and think over. Again, further next classes you will get little clarity. Idam jnanam bhavet jnatuhu mama jnanam tathahamaha ajnanopadhinedam syat vikriyatohamo mama. In aham idam jnanam bhavet jnatuhu. First, idam jnanam. Idam jnanam means this knowledge. This knowledge means what knowledge? This knowledge. This is book, this is a pen, this is house, this is a clip, like that. Idam jnanam. Then bhavet jnatuhu. Idam jnanam bhavet jnatu. Then aham jnanam ahamaha. First this knowledge, then mama jnanam. Mama jnanam tada ahamaha. Ahamaha means this is a peculiar shabda. Ahankarasya ityartha. Ahamaha. Makarantaha napumskalingaha. Aham shabdaha aham ahamau ahamaha means ahankarasya. For the ahankara, ahamaha, tatha, in the same way. Idam jnanam, I am aware of my mind. Idam jnanam. Idam, my mind, idam jnanam. This, my mind. I know I have raga, dvesha. Idam jnanam. I am the sakshi illumining the mind. Idam jnanam. I know I am sakshi, I am illumining the mind. Idam jnanam. Tatha, in the same way, ahamaha mama jnanam. My knowledge, mamakara, comes there. Ahankara or chidabhasa. For the sakshi, which has taken ahankara or chidabhasa status, mama jnanam bhavati. And Sakshi taken the chidabhasa status, mama jnanam bhavati. My house, my pen, my book, knowledge comes. So mama jnanam bhavati. Bhavati can supply. The awareness of the world. World awareness arises. World arises means my wife, my son, my book, my... So when Sakshi gets the Ahankara status, Mamakaranya. When Sakshi associate with the mind, Idam Jnano. When Sakshi, through the mind medium, through the thought, associate with the world as Chidabhasa, it gets Mama Jnana. So world awareness is mind awareness. Mind awareness is this, mind awareness is this awareness. Okay, world awareness is mind awareness. Mind alone is knowing, no, outside objects. Mind awareness. Mind awareness is this awareness. Idam jnanam. So Sakshi reveals the mind in ajnana medium. Sakshi reveals the mind in the mind medium. Sakshi reveals the world. So what in the second line, ajnanopadhina idam. These are all happening in the medium of ajnana. That's what I said. Ajnana medium. Mind is Sakshi is using the ajnana medium to illumine the mind. Ajnanopadhina idam syat vikriyataha ahamo mama. Then when they are telling mama jnanam comes, there is a vikriya. Idam jnanam, there is no vikriya, there is no any change, gradation. This knowledge, this flower, this house, this is this mind, this knowledge, no problem. Mama jnanam, when it comes, my book, my house, my car, my wife, my children, that vikriyata ahamo mama. Hankarasya mama jnanam. Mama, this belongs to me, there is a vikriya. There is a vikriya. I hope I have confused more in the sense subject is like that, what to do. So this is once again I revise in the next class also how this whole process happening. The Sakshi Chaitanya, mind medium, the Ajnana in between, another medium to illumine the mind, then mind medium Chidabhasa, that is Ahankara. Ahankara goes towards the world in the form of thought, then Mama Jnana, whole samsara starts there. So the whole process, if we are doing like a dissection, just in zoology, they do dissection of each part separate. Like that we are also doing lot of dissection like aham vritti, mama vritti, pramana vritti, vishayakara vritti, Sakshi Chaitanyam, Ahankara, Chidabhasa. How many words we are using? So many words. But since these are all in Sureshwaracharya's language, it seems so difficult. But the whole thing like sunlight, moonlight, earth, remember that. Sunlight alone is moonlight. Moonlight is illumining the earth means sunlight alone is illumining the earth. Sakshi Chaitanyam alone is illumining the earth through the mind medium by becoming Chidabhasa. That is the idea. Whole paragraph idea is this much only. If you understand this much, enough. It is well and good. Sakshi Chaitanyam is like a sunlight. Okay? Moonlight is, mind is like a moon. Chidabhasa is like a moonlight. Illumining the earth is like knowing the world, illumining the world. Okay? More in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.